Today felt like a thrift store kind of day, so I am going to bring you guys along with us as we go thrifting on my day off. I'm really super excited because honestly, I don't get to always get out on my day off, and a lot of times I'm stuck inside, especially with the nasty weather. And we've been having a lot of heavy rain, and we have had a lot of freezing rain as well, icy roads and all the things. So it feels nice to be able to leave my little podunk town just for a short period to go have some genuine fun and downtime. I will say I always look at the vintage stuff first. Even though it is not always in my price range, it is my favorite thing to look at because if you don't know by now and you're new to this channel, I really love vintage items. But I'm probably not going to buy any vintage items today. It makes me happy just to look. Use it up, wear it out, or just simply do without. That has been my saying over the last few years, and I'm not going to lie to you, it is now time to revamp our wardrobe because we have been doing the biggest no spend challenge for ourselves as adults, and I'm talking my husband and myself. Because kids always come first. 11 and 14-year-old are constantly growing. So we're here to look at some items for ourselves as well. And if we don't find anything, that's okay. We're going to buy things piece by piece. And I'm honestly waiting for the yard sale season or a bag sale to happen before we do a big clothes shop. Because I like to buy in abundance for as cheap as I possibly can. Because I have to live frugal to continue to live on my income. And even though you would think that working multiple jobs, I would be able to afford to have more, but the truth is, the area I live in is very expensive, and I cannot. But I'm here checking out these dresses. I will say, this dress that I'm showing here was $159.99 originally, and this one was roughly around the same price. This is cute. I just like it, but it's not really dress season right now, so I'm going to pass. I am going to look at the leggings because I am a legging gal, and in all honesty, they are comfortable. As a 36-year-old woman, I giggle a little bit when I see stuff like this because this gives me 90s, 2000s, 2010 vibes. And I'm not going to lie, all these kids and young adults dressing in Y2K make me laugh. This is something that we noticed, specifically, we as in my husband, because he always goes to look at the home repair stuff. And we are noticing that they have a bunch of tile, which we need 4 tiles, big tiles, to finish off the bathroom. He did have an idea for these boards, but honestly, I don't like the fact that it's got the big slit in between, and he was like, we could do this on one of the walls, and I think it would look cool, but I don't know how much I would love it. So we decided on the 4 tiles, and I'm not going to lie to you, I am going to miss this part in the haul at the end. We did end up getting all 4 of them for a few dollars. We're also in the business to getting some different doors for a few of our rooms, and we have considered the fact that we have lived in a 1966 mobile home in a mobile home park, and I'm not going to lie to you, finding the doors for older mobile homes is a challenge, and it makes you question every time you see a door, who made the door? How do I get them made? I don't want to pay the price to get them made. And they're not terrible doors, but they're definitely needing some upgrading. So every time we see doors, I make jokes. I'm like, Jordan, you need to put a sticky note with the measurements of the doors in your wallet. Also, don't mind the washing machine in the background. Sorry, guys. But this is where we end up finding a lot of really cheap used household or home project items. And we also go to a resale store that has a lot of items similar to this that we quite enjoy, but they have been very slim on their selection as of lately. And I truly think it's because people cannot afford to do home projects. We know, because we're also on the list of home projects are expensive. The other thing I do like to do, even though I live in a small space, and honestly, we can't bring all of it home, but I would if I could, because there are so many unbelievably amazing deals on furniture in thrift stores, especially in my area. But this stove really gets me excited. If I had a bigger kitchen, I want a stove just like that because it's too cool. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to pass up on something I actually need. You see this bowl? I need a bowl this size. But I didn't want to spend $6, so I left it behind. I also always look for vintage or older or maybe even just cozy cottage vibe quilts while I am in this section looking at all of the linens and things, and sometimes I'm even looking for vintage linens that they may not consider vintage because they're not from the 40s or the 50s, but I like them because they're from the 60s and the 70s. I also love to browse the toy section because why not? Why not? I have kids, and not only that, but I have a little collection going on of things that I enjoy. Made it home many hours later, so let's check out our haul. We have this Pokemon card case. These came with decks of cards at one point. I don't know if they do that anymore, but my children need a place to put their Pokemon cards. Next is just a fun find. I ended up getting these for literally pennies on the dollar. We have Minnie, and these are old 90s toys, by the way. We also have Mickey Mouse, and he's missing a little paint on the ear, but I don't really care. And they are plastic. Next is going to be Pluto, and I didn't quite see a year on this. Oh, okay. So this is 1999. 1999 Pluto. Solid. He is definitely older, and you can feel it in the plastic. Also, older Mickey Mouse toy. And this one does not say how old it is, but it's definitely not current Mickey. Then we ended up getting Big Hero 6. This was a whole $1, and the movie is in really good shape. We open it up, it's in there. And then I also got this plushy frog for pennies on the dollar. He is so cute, and he had its original Smashmallow tag on it, but then I caught it on an item in the bag, so it ripped. But we love him because, and I'm calling him a him because he has a plaid scarf, and my husband always wears plaid, so I just thought that was cute for my shelf, along with my little collectibles for my shelf. And then this stuff will go in the nook that I have. You guys have seen that in other videos if you have watched. I do have a little 1960s nook in my mobile home that is a built-in shelf. And I ended up getting these glasses and the canister, canteen, whatever you want to call it. I ended up getting all of this half off, so they were really super cheap, and it's a whole set. I think every piece was $1 a piece, so 1, 2, 3, 4. But it does have like a hand-painted strawberry on there. Very cool. And then we also have strawberries on this. And these are what looks to be old mason jars. But it's something so unique and different. And I really like them. And I'm wondering if there was more glasses at one point. But they're really cute. Not gonna lie. Absolutely love it. And that's everything. So that's my whole haul. I didn't really spend much. This was like $0.25. So, I mean, I spent a few dollars. I do like going thrifting on my off time, and I also just love going to yard sales and estate sales and garage sales and all the different things. I'm also a free pile junkie. So I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!